For their first win ever against Lone Star, and they're going to do so behind their high-powered offense as we take a look at our impact players. Now, let's start with Brennan Meyer, the quarterback for the Wolverines. He's already up over 1,000 yards passing, had 1,900 a year ago. He's going to throw the rock around a little bit, went blow for blow last week against Reedy. What does he have to do tonight?
Brennan Meyer is him. He is a dude. He showed you in going blow for blow with Caleb Deal last week, and it took a couple of mental errors on offense to help lose the game for Wakeland, but Brennan Meyer showed me a lot. He showed me he has the escapability when the pocket starts to collapse, but he also has the poise to sit there and pick apart a secondary. Careful, you're going against a stud in Wakeland's quarterback, Brennan Meyer.
Snyder getting the opening carry here, but it's really been the story of Brennan Meyer and how this Wakeland offense has thrown the football this season. It's been an incredible number so far. Over 1,100 yards passing for Meyer to this point. He's just a junior, 6'1", 175 pounds. Take a look at the number right there, leading the district in 9 touchdown passes, leading in yards per game and in attempts. So they let him throw the rock. There's a lot of trust in what this junior brings to the table here in his second year as the starter. And there's the connection we just talked about. Trip Riordan over the middle. It's a first down for Wakeland, and they're getting him the football early.
And you make a great point when it comes to the word trust. Wakeland absolutely trusts Brennan Meyer to be able to go out there, sling it all over the yard, and win them games in that fashion. You will see Cooper Snyder get his carries here and there, and he'll impact the game positively. And, of course, you're going to see Trip Riordan, but as a byproduct of Brennan Meyer being able to do what he's doing in the pocket.
Now they spread things out. This was a look they showed a lot last week against Reedy, a 5 wide receiver look. They go to the tight end underneath the Lone Star defense, and he scurries forward for a gain of 3. Guys that Meyer can throw the football to as they go right back to the 5 wide look and right back to a completion. This time to the far side and Ben Patterson. Second down, play action. There was pressure off the right side. Meyer escapes it, finds Trip Riordan over the middle. No one around him, and the SMU tight end off to the races down to the 11-yard line. Huge gain on second down and 9, and the tight end breaks it open over the middle. Big third down on the way. Trips receivers to the right. Meyer, plenty of time, rolling right himself, looking for a target, throws across his body. He's got Trip Riordan in the end zone. Wakeland scores first.
But it was the Brennan Meyer, Trip Riordan show 100%. And we talk about Meyer, and we spoke about this ahead of the game, the poise that he has in the pocket when under pressure, and the trust that Wakeland's coaching staff has in him to make the right decisions. Rolls out of the pocket, escapes the pressure, buys just enough time to draw Lone Star's defense over to the right, and then what do? You find Trip Riordan over the top, middle of the end zone, touchdown, Wakeland up 7, assuming they make this point after.
Well, they already knocked it through, so we've got that one. But you look at Trip Riordan overall, in that drive alone, Brennan Meyer went 5 of 5 for 71 yards and a touchdown. Let's see what Meyer can do as things are now spread out to 5 wide. 33 seconds left and counting here in this first quarter. Completion, far sideline. That's been Patterson. The junior gets his second reception.
And on the previous play was able to get some yards. He was not able to get many, if at all, on that.
4th and inches, they go for it. Do they get the push enough to push Meyer over the line to gain? It looks like, according to the initial spot, they do have the first down. That was a gutsy call in their own territory to go for it on 4th down and short. Lone Star did a nice job to get there and stack up Meyer, but he still had the line to gain.
Again, Wakeland's trust in Brennan Meyer in this offense is on full display. No, they didn't ask him to pass the ball on that particular play, but they have confidence that he can continue to stretch this drive into something meaningful, and that's why they went for it there. A loss against that very same Reedy team that we're talking about.
Meyer unloads Trip Riordan. He's been a matchup nightmare. 20. 2 receivers to the right, tight end in the formation as well. Meyer, quick completion, picks up good chunk yardage to Hayden O'Neal.
Down in order to lay claim to that Whataburger after tonight.
Settle down, but ramping up here on 3rd and 4. 5 wide, Meyer has an open lane, and he slides to the turf with a first down, and he's in the Lone Star territory for the second time tonight.
Meyer showing that he doesn't only have the arm, he doesn't only have the ability to sit back in the pocket and pick your secondary apart. If you give some green and you give him some space to make plays with his legs, he will in fact do just that.
3rd down and 6. Clock ticking underneath, 30 seconds to play in the half. Meyer, plenty of time. Unloads downfield. O'Neal, end zone, touchdown. Here so far.
Number 25 is declined.
Brennan Meyer, have yourself a day, young man. What an ability, what an arm talent on this kid. You look at we talk about composure a lot at the quarterback position. We talk about poise a lot. But to be able to take advantage of what just happened, the pocket was clean until it wasn't. And then the pressure coming off of the right side, it was right in Brennan Meyer's face. What does he do? He lets it fly because he trusts that my guy is better than your guy in one-on-one coverage. And Hayden O'Neal with, as you said, what might be the catch of the season thus far, despite defensive pass interference. Take another look at it here. Poise, time, but then the pocket collapses, able to stand in the face of adversity, make the throw in the bucket.
Oh, what a grab.
The bucket.
You're right, the throw was perfect, but Hayden O'Neal was falling to the ground here.
With the player draped over him like grandmother's finest curtains.
Oh, man. 3rd down and 8 following the sack. Meyer, plenty of time. Over the middle, unloads to Hayden O'Neal. Oh, my goodness, that's the second ball he's caught tonight with a man draped all over him.
Hayden O'Neal is ready for everything Lone Star is throwing at him. But right now, they're simply throwing one-on-one coverage, and he continues to beat them with fantastic plays. The ability to high point this ball and maintain possession, it looks as if all the way to the ground and through the play. No discussion by the officials, so that's going to stand as a catch. Another huge throw and catch between Brennan Meyer.
That ball never touched the ground, but just an unbelievable concentration there from Hayden O'Neal. 2nd down, over the middle, open receiver. It's Ashton Kahooch inside the 5. Well, if anything, it helps out Lone Star. Let's see if the defense can hold strong. There's pressure off the right side. Got in the face of Meyer. Snyder with a fingertip grab, and he's into the end zone. When it rains, it pours, and Brennan Meyer is dropping dimes. That one just almost to the ground, and it's a touchdown for Snyder, and the Wolverines up by 3 scores.
And Meyer can do no wrong at this point. To this point in the game, he's just absolutely having his way. Even when things go against him, you look at the illegal snap procedure, pushes them back from the half-yard line, if you could even call it the half-yard line, create some more distance, and you're thinking, well, that does help Lone Star. And then Lone Star gets pressure in the backfield, forces Brennan Meyer to make a very difficult throw. But when you have playmakers like Cooper Snyder who can dig down deep, and look at this replay. The pressure's there. It's in Brennan Meyer's face. A ball that you would think is going to bounce off of the turf. Cooper Snyder says, not on my watch. Not on my watch. Fantastic grab by the young running back. And then he scoots into the end zone. And Lone Star is truly up against it at this point. Wakeland's biggest stars are shining bright tonight.
On. 2 receivers to the left. Meyer steps up, wide open. It's the tight end, Trip Riordan again. Stays on his feet as he's out to the 35, and that moves the chains. But 3 rounds deep into the postseason, and they're showing it here in week 5. 3rd down again, 4 yards to gain. Meyer looking way downfield. That one bobbled around and brought in. Ben Patterson keeps the onslaught going. These Wakeland weapons have been fantastic tonight.
Another name that we haven't heard since the first or early second quarter in Ben Patterson, but another name that can impact the game. And when you're Lone Star, you're trying to figure out, well, who do you key in on? Do you key in on Trip Rorden? Do you kind of cheat for it? And do you key in on Cooper Snyder? Do you key in on Cahooch or Ashton? And the answer is yes. You got to figure out how to defend all of these guys.